Hi, everybody. We're ready to start on our second task or goal that you're going to be doing instead of centers. So, our task or goal for today is working in Google Drawing, but we're going to be making an About Me page in Google Drawings that we will then use later on the next time we meet up with each other. So it's very important we get this activity today done because in order to do our next activity after this one, you'll have to have this one done. So if you don't finish it, you might need to do it for homework or you're going to get really behind. So we're going to jump right in so that you have plenty of time to work on this, and I'll share my screen with you and I'm going to take you through this from a student point of view. So you're going to sign into your Google. You're going to sign into Google. And once you get signed into Google, then you can click on your little waffle here and then on into Classroom. Of course, remember, if you don't see Google Classroom, you can always type in Google Classroom in the search bar and sign in that way. Clicking here, and then you would sign in. But because we're already signed in, I'm signed in as a student, we can simply click here. Of course, we do 3 before me. That even includes with the sub, so we need to make sure to follow that. Now, if you haven't already joined the class, you would need to put in that class code so that you can join in to that class. All of you should already have your class code, but if you don't, then you would want to make sure to put that class code in. All right, so if you see here, you're looking at someone who has 2 classes, a Wolverine News class and Crick's 5th grade library class. Of course, you might not be in Crick's 5th grade, but you should see your teacher and the grade that you're in. If you don't, that's again when you'll come back to the plus sign and type in the class code, and we'll provide that for you. So once you get to this point, you want to click on the actual words for our Winkley Library research. And you're going to see, and this will be on the top when you get there, is the All About Me page. So we can either click here where it says All About Me, or you can click on Open. I'm going to click on Open. If this little box pops up, you can just click Got It. It's just trying to help you know what to do. So once you're here, you're going to see now your name is attached to an All About Me template, which is a Google Drawing. So we're going to click on this link, and that's going to open up your Google Drawing. And this is where we get to start having a lot of fun with talking about ourselves, really. Now, if this pops up, we're just going to say no thanks because we're not working with that right now. We might come back later and do this. Now, notice that behind here, it looks really plain and dull. You're going to get the opportunity to fill all of this stuff in. But before we get into all that, we need to fill out these important things right here. So name, all of these little things, names, pets, favorite candy, favorite movie or TV show, hobbies. We need some text boxes in here. So your text box is right here, has a little letter T in it. You're going to click on the text box and then click inside of the box where you're going to be writing the information. Now you're going to have to kind of move it around. You'll have to make it fit into the box so it looks nice and neat. And you might want to type your name in first so that you can see what it looks like and whether you need to change it around. Now, if I left my name like that, that wouldn't look really very good, would it? I want to make sure my name is kind of prominent and can be seen well on the page. So once I type it in and I see what it looks like, I need to highlight it, and then I can come back and click right up here, and I can pick different fonts. Now, I probably have a lot more fonts than you do on my computer. So if you don't see all these fonts and you want some different fonts, you can come down and click on More Fonts, And then it's going to show you even more fonts that you can get. And what you're seeing over here is what they would look like, what your different fonts would look like. And so you can spend pretty much all day looking for a font. So if I were you, I wouldn't waste a whole bunch of time on fonts, but I kind of like this one. So I'm going to click on it and then say, okay. And notice that now changed my name to that font, but it's still so teeny tiny. So with it still highlighted, I'm going to come up here to where the number is for the font size. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And maybe a little bigger. And I like that. Now, when it's still highlighted, I can come over here to this little A, and I can change the color. So I want to make sure I'm changing the text color. And let's say I want that to be a nice bright red so everybody can see my name. Then I just click on the red. Or I might want it to be this pretty blue color. Whatever color I want it, I can change it. But the key is to change stuff in the text box. I have to highlight it in order to make any changes. I also might want to make it bold so it stands out a little bit more. So I see that really nicely there. So I'm going to go through each one of these. And each time I need to put in a new text box. And I can say I have one cat, one dog, and I love them. And again, I can come in and highlight this and use a different font. And if I want to use that same font that I just used, I can do that. If I want to change the size, I can. But remember, it needs to fit nicely inside the box. I might even come back. Oops. And move this up so it says one dog and one cat. I love them. Oops, and it's telling me I made a mistake. There we go. Hobbies, favorite TV shows, etc. So you'll go through and finish up every single one of these, adding text boxes along the way and changing colors if you want. Now, look at this one where it says all about me. I can actually click on this and highlight around the me. And then if I click on this paint can, I can fill that in with one of my favorite colors. And now it's all filled in. The cool thing is I can also fill in the background. And this is kind of tricky. When I clicked here, that opened up that all about me text box. I didn't want that. I don't want to open up the me box. So I had to be kind of really tricky with this. And what I can do is I can zoom in. Oops, I can go to view and I can zoom in and make it bigger so I can see more. So I'm going to come in and I want to try to get that box. All right, so now I have that box outlined. What this means is I can come back in here and I can get a fill color. So if I want the box to turn yellow behind my words, I can do that. So let me show you that again. So now see how that is around the name? I don't want that. That's my name. I want to click so it highlights that box. Then I come up to the paint can and maybe I want that to be bright green behind there. Now the cool thing is I can even go back here to the very background. And again, you might have to zoom in to get to that background. But I'm going to right click and then it says background. And then I can put in different colors. I can even go in and do a gradiated color like that. And so now it changed everything in the background except those. Pretty cool, huh? So you get to customize this any way you want and make it look really cool, because when you get done with the whole thing, this is going to be yours to add onto a web page that we are going to build that is all about you. Every single one of us will be building a web page, and that web page is all about you. So you'll have your very own website when we get done with this. So please go ahead and start working on this. Remember, we do 3 before me. If you have questions or aren't sure what to do, remember to try something. Use your brain, think about it, ask a friend, And I'll even have this video on your Google Classroom for you so that if you need to go back and watch this video and rewind, you'll be able to do that. You don't have to click save on anything at all. This is Google, so it automatically saves for you. So good luck with our new project, and I'm super excited about learning more about you and all the things that you are awesome at and all the things that you love. So please listen to the sub. She will go ahead and let you know who's going to pass out the computers to you. And then remember that you can go to where you would like to start working on your All About Me Google drawing. Bye.